Hello and welcome again to Steve's Long Stay Vintage Radio Workshop, where things come to be looked at when they've been looked at elsewhere, and you know what happens. Now, after time we went back to transistors, so back to transistors we shall. And there are a lot of people on there to look at these, but I thought I'd have a go at one myself. It's a Hacker Sovereign 2. I think these are late 60s. Now, with these actually, it's in now transistor radio or all radios. VHF is more important than ever because unfortunately, long wave radio 4 is shutting down next year, and medium wave isn't looking too good. Now, this means therefore one thing is that we can put a big wire up outside and see what we can get, but unfortunately we can also these things don't really have a suitable antenna, so you know, but VHF still works. So any of these that don't have VHF, one wonders how long they'll be useful for. Of course, you can get your own transmitter and broadcast your own music too, and lots of people do that, but these ones valuable sets are going to be less valuable rather soon because of it. That's my opinion. I also think, by the way, that AM should not be shut down because after next countrywide apocalypse, you know, like voted Labour, well, we might well need AM radio because it's easy to pick up on both anything, and also easy to make as well because of the way AM is compared to FM. So really, it's a bit stupid of them to take it out. But you know, money men don't think about things like that, do they? They just think about money. Anyway, this is a Hacker Sovereign, like I said. So let's get into it and let's have a look and see what's going on with it. What is it going on with it? What should be going on with it? And what I have to do to it. Here's the radio in the back here. This one inside, by the way, it's Goulden and Wind 42 High Street in Deal. This set came from Deal, and somebody paid £45, 9 shillings and 9 pence for it. So in its day, a damn good radio. But as for now, well, these generally speaking are very good. So yeah, there are people who work on these. Also, this was inside as well. This is half circuit diagram for the set in question, so we'll put those aside, and I will now sort out getting it powered up in the power supply and see if it does or says anything. If it does, great. If it doesn't, well, I know straight away where the problems will be. These capacitors probably need changing. I noticed this hasn't got air homo 7s in it. Rather been changed in the past, or this is a different model to that in the back there. I don't know which is which here, but we'll find out at some stage, I'm sure. But these very, very nice sets. So if you got one of these, it's got VHF on. I'll go up to 101 on these, but you know, if it's like Radio 4 or Radio 3 or something like that, classic FM, they do that and smooth. They do that no trouble at all. So let's get going and let's have a see what the problem is with this. Very nice radio. Right, well, 18 volts going into it from the power supply here. Power amp is here. IF is here, well, the IF, the other one is there. So let's put which is on and see what happens.
In the first few games, and I
good in here.
Celtic fan, you're seeing the way Diogo Furuhashi has started the season and thinking, you know, let's not have clubs down south trying to pinch him off us.
Do you think that Flying Road he's occupied a lot in pre-season and Rashford going...
That's I know it might be going away. It must be line-up station there, but never mind. I can do that with the 660 diesel generator. Coming up here.
That our squad isn't as strong as
That's
it
the
was
other 5 live. Yeah, that's new. Find out what that is. One way.
The dial on cancer detection.
I'm co-running a study of...
Again, there's only one station on there.
hallmarks of an emerging tumour in that blood.
That's Radio 4.
This can
Right,
detect
try
up to 50
VHF.
different cancers.
I went to a weed sound clan at Park Black this year.
I absolutely love that version of Habanera from Carmen, not only because of Charlotte Church's rich voice,
R.I.P. Easy E, man. Text us 81333 if you don't even get to know who's your favourite hip-hop artist and why. It's the 50th anniversary of hip-hop. You put it off.
On picking the right tests to diagnose the cancer and begin treatment.
So that.
The gallery trial.
There's Radio 3. It seems to be a little bit off on. A little bit off on FM.
it will be...
And target.
Classic. So, it appears to be a happy radio. That was a song, by the way, by Edwin Starr in the 1970s, I think, or early 80s. Let's know what that is, though. So it might be Radio Caravan, but we don't normally get that on this side of Penarth.
Cunha, knees pumping like pistons, running from the halfway line to the edge of the area. Whack!
So either they want the power, or this is very sensitive radio.
Goalkeeper, either side, and Wolves would have been one up. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
it's the save, but the shot was straight at him, Michael Brown.
Wow, there was still a counter-attack so well. Cunha, I can't keep saying it. He's running right through the middle. Nobody can touch him.
Plus, 2 years on from the Taliban's takeover of Afghanistan, we'll hear about the life of a female psychologist desperately trying to support women in whatever way she can. That's tonight at 10.
Luke, thank you. Now, on BBC Radio 4, we ask, is psychiatry working?
My name is Horatio Clare. I'm a writer, and 4 years ago, in league with aliens and secretive government agencies, I helped bring about universal harmony, that revolution of consciousness which has so thoroughly saved our happy world. If only. Unfortunately for all of us, it was a breakdown. A social worker made out an order to detain.
It's not a hell. Before advanced from that left-back position, continued on a 1-2 and drove at Manchester United. He's the supporters now trying.
Oh well. Anyway, when it gets set like this, this is this old. I run them for a while and make sure that they're okay, and then do what is called preventative maintenance. Now this one doesn't appear to have AF117s in it. It's probably why it's still working. But don't have any daily capacities either, which is also probably why it's still working.
For a goal kick, you have to look at that. And when we talked about it, chappers, at the start of the setup of that midfield three, who's going to get the ball back? It's Anthony, Garnacho in the wider area.
Now, there are people out there who would insist on changing all the capacitors. I'm not one of those sort of people. If something's working okay, leave it.
Where the recovery.
But I'll go through it and show you what to do if you get one that doesn't work, because
Off his track.
that is important.
Came on at half-time. Christian Eriksen is on. Jadon Sancho too. Mason Mount didn't do much on his Manchester United debut. And
But for now, we'll run it for a bit and see what happens.
either.
Yeah, he needed to do a little bit more. It's an opportunity for him because.
Well, let's try it again, shall we, and see if it still operates.
More than 1,200 people were
It does.
Freedom of Information.
Let's see if Caroline's still there, shall we?
A really serious responsibility for senior police officers.
It isn't, is it?
Police forces, personal data.
Now, although this radio is working, I can actually show you a few things about it just to when we come across with these. First of all, capacitors, if you need to change them, you know, it's no problem. Just old ones out, new ones in. There's no problem there, none at all. These sets do have 4 AF117s in. They're okay in this. Now, if an AF117 goes faulty, there are a number of things you can do. One, cut the screen leads and hope for the best. Not the best way of doing it by any means, but it'll get you home. Okay? But I wouldn't send the radio out like that. Actually, back in the day, there was a little hammer which people had, which used to hit them to get them working again. So they had the problem then with them, you know. AF127s and such like, you can use, but they're a bit expensive now. There are Russian transistors which will go in and work as well. That's another way of doing it. GT319s, 220s for that. Or of course you can, there's transistors such as the BF450. You know, you can go the silicon route. BF450s will go straight in. So again, there's not really much of a problem there either, you know. Pots tend to go funny. That's the usual thing, you know. Just give it a spray and it'll be fine. That's another one. This is a ring of a power supply. This takes 18 volts, which is done off 2 PP9s. That's 2 of these, which are not cheap. So you know, yeah, and so you know, you can actually run them off a power supply or mains or a mains adapter, but not really, you know. Hacker did one actually, but they're quite rare. It's only a basic power supply. So anyway, 2 of these is the best bet, because then it still becomes a portable radio. Also the gram input and an output for tape recording, phones, and of course that thing, which of course you must be.
It's about dealing with setback. It was 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5.
Yeah, happy bit Major Caroline. I really hope that we got it here at last, but obviously not the case. That's it there, but very, very weak. Maybe after dark. Luxembourg style, I don't know.
As well in the Scotland-Italy game, but a big occasion at Twickenham,
So
the bunker
basically,
system.
this set does work. So now, like I said, there are people who insist on changing capacitors and stuff, you know, and the amps, by the way, there's a link in there which you cut, and you can adjust it with for just a question current with that pot there. Again, this seems to be all right. So
is free to play on, and that red card has been rescinded.
So obviously, you know, if it's working, it's working, you know. So again, there's no lot I can say about this. There's nothing to say about it, to be honest with you. So we'll give it a clean, and that'll be it really. It's a working radio. Another thing to note, by the way, is that quite often radios that cost £45 back in 1970 or thereabouts, you know, it's a hell of a lot of money then. It is now for a lot of you, I know, but those days £45 was a lot more now, you know. So this would probably be £200 back in the day by today's standards. And it shows as well, you know, it shows as well. But there you are. That's the receipt, which I'll put back inside as well. So don't want to leave that, do we? So there you go, back inside. That goes up like that. And there we are. It's a working radio that now has to be carefully cleaned, and it works. Simple as that. So there we are. Hacker Sovereign 2 NRP 25A, I think it is. But you know, a good radio. And also with these sets, you can tell from the dial exactly when about they were made. Thing with this one actually is that it's at the time when Home, Third and Light went out, 1, 2, 3 and 4 came in. And I say that because BBC 3, BBC 1, BBC 1 is on about 247 metres on this, which is now silent. BHF's at the bottom there and top, you know. BHF is BBC 4, BBC 3 third, BBC 2 light along with it as well. So this is around about 1969, 1970, which is the same as in the boot, so that's about right. It's a tasty meeting we've got as well, and you know, not really a lot to say about this, you know, back to the good radio, and it's going in the house. Why not? So I get some buttons for it tomorrow, and it'll be by my bedside, listening to Radio 4 late at night, or whatever else, you know, because it's very good. One thing with these, VHF only goes up to 101, 102. In those days, that is as far as they went in the UK. So that is something which does happen with a lot of these sets. That is why lots of people tend to go for the things like Grundig or Unistraight in Poland or something like that, because abroad they went the whole way, America too, but in Britain they extended VHF gradually over time, so that's why that's why that is. Anyway, until next time, I'm Steve here at Steve's Vintage Radio Longstay Workshop. Goodbye, and keep fixing radios. Bye bye.